Okay, quick question. Are you guys ready to glow for the summer or not? Like, when I tell you I'm feeling this look, I'm feeling it. And y'all know I'm not a bronzy girl. I'm not a highlighter girl. But I don't know, I'm kind of feeling this, like, giving me summertime vibes and everything like that. But, of course, first and foremost, hey, how y'all doing? It's your girl Christina with On Cue Makeup, and I'm super glad you tuned in today. As you can see, I have a nice glowy, dewy, shimmery, bronzy look, but I'm still matte underneath. So watch this video, how I created this look, and how I'm going to continue to stay matte all day, even though I'm giving off a dewy look. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Practice it. The summer months are coming up. So get this look down pat. Get your highlighters and everything together, girls. And let's go glow it up for the summer. So watch the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Give it 2 thumbs up and definitely subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Okay, first what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with my All Control Moisturizer. This is a product by Dermalogica, and I like it because it hydrates my skin as well as control the oil. Now, I know that we're doing a bronzy glowy look, but for me, I like to be matte, and on this video, I definitely want to play up that glow without looking too, greasy or too oily like I see some people do. But, so that's why we're going to start with the All Control Moisturizer first. So next I'm going to use MAC's Strobe Cream, and I really like this because it's going to give me illuminated look. Like, it's going to be really, really glowy. So you put it on before you actually put your foundation on, or sometimes you could even mix it with the foundation if you want, but it's totally up to you. I like to put it on before my foundation, and once I put it on, you'll be able to see how it has my skin glowing. Now I'm going to use my Mary Kay Time Wise Foundation in Bronze 2. Yes, this is a matte finish, but once again, I want to keep it matte but glowy at the same time. Now, if you can tell, my foundation don't look too matte. It still have like a dewy, almost like glowy look to it, but it's still matte. So that's what I'm really trying to achieve here. So now I'm just going to highlight and contour as normal.
I think you're gonna have to be gentle, or you're gonna have to go fast.
Okay, now since I've completed putting on my foundation, I use a liquid concealer, and I also use a cream contour. So now this is the tricky part. I'm going to do a powder, but I'm not going to use as much powder as I would normally do when I get my really matted looks, but I'm just going to lightly apply the same powders that I normally use. I'm going to definitely use the Maybelline Fit Me. I absolutely love this powder, and I love the color of it for my under eye setting powder slash highlight. So this time I'm going to use a fluffy brush. Oh, I got something on my brush. Wait, hold up. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to use a fluffier brush than I normally do because I just want to lightly dust it on there just to set that concealer in place. And not to have my face looking too oily or dewy. Now I'm gonna go all over with my Studio Water Weight Press Powder from MAC. And I'm gonna use the same brush and just dust it lightly over my entire face.
I think you're gonna have to be gentle. We're gonna have to go.
Now that I'm done with that and I have the powder semi-matte finish that I like, now I'm gonna go in with a bronzing powder from MAC. This one is called Sunny by Nature. This bronzer has to be over 5 years old, but if you can see, it's kind of like iridescent a little bit with some golden, different color golden highlights in it. So that's gonna give me a nice bronzy look. Okay, now that I've done that, this is where it gets a little technical, as I would say. I use that bronzer all over my cheekbone area and where I would normally contour, but a lot of times when creating looks like this, it's all about the dimension, and that's how you get that full bronzy sculpted look that you desire without overusing too much product. It's all about the placement. So once I did the bronzy here with that shimmer bronze powder from MAC that I showed you, I'm going to go in with my matte blunt powder that I always use to contour with, but I'm going to strategically place it right here on my cheekbone, well, right underneath my cheekbone where you have that little indentation at. And I'm going to make sure it goes only right there, because what that's going to do is really deepen my bronzer and make that pop even more. So it's not about putting on too much bronzer, it's about creating dimension. Excuse my wig, y'all. I don't have it all the way down, but hey. If you notice, this side is a little bit more sculpted and I'll have a little bit more depth than this side. So now I'm gonna add my blunt powder here just as well as I did on the other side.
We're gonna have to go fast.
Okay, now that I'm done with the contour and bronzing part, I'm gonna go in with my highlight. So my base highlight that I'm gonna use is the Glow Kit by Anastasia. Okay, so for this one, I'm gonna use the dark bronze color. And normally I wouldn't use this because I want more of a brighter look than this highlighter here. But I'm gonna show you how you're gonna create dimensions to get more of a glowy look without using too much product where it looks like one big old streak. Sometimes how you see highlighters that people use and it's like one big old streak, one color, and it's just screaming at you. You can see it from across the room. So that's the problem with that. They didn't create dimensions to get that look. They only used way too much product. So I'm going to show you how you can use different highlighters to get that glow and that highlighted look that you want, but still to where it's natural and easy to the eyes. So now I'm going to place this right here on the high plane part of my cheekbone. Notice I'm not going under the eyes here. I'm just going from the top part of the apple of my cheek, the top part, above where you would put blush. And I'm just lightly dusting it here. Notice I didn't have too much product on my brush. Once I dipped it in a bronzer, I tapped my brush off and just lightly putting it on there. Like I always say, it's always good to put a little and build up versus putting too much and having to break down. So on this look, of course, I'm not going to forget about the forehead, which I normally never wear it there, but since we're doing this look, we're going to go ahead on it, put it there. If you can see, I'm putting it just in the center area. I'm not going, you know, all out. If you remember, I put the bronzer around the perimeter of my head, so I'm just going to put the highlighter just in the center part. Now I'm gonna go in with a different color highlighter, something a little bit brighter. My favorite one right now is the Rosy Glowers by the Crayon Case. I absolutely love this color. It's very bright and it's like a pinkish, if you guys can see that, like a pinkish rose color highlighter, and it looks really, really good on my skin. So now I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush, and I'm going to show you where I'm going to actually place this color into the golden one to create that dimension I was talking about. So instead of going on the high plane of my cheek where I put on the golden one, the darker bronzer one, I'm going to put it right above that, but right under my eye area. Just that little part. Now I'm going to do the same thing on my nose. Just a little bit of that color on the tip and a little bit in the middle part of where I put the darker highlighter at. And another thing about this, if you want to keep going to create even more of a dimension, you can use a lighter color and go in between that. So let's try this one here and see what that looks like. But see, I'm putting it in even a smaller section under my eye. See the difference it creates? Now I'm going to use that one again for the middle part of my forehead, but just in a small section.
I think you're gonna have to be gentle. We're gonna have to go fast.
Also, let's not forget about the brow bone as well. I'm going to use the Rosy Glower rose looking highlight. I'm going to use that under my brow bone. I'm using a fluffy brush, just lightly dusting it there. Okay guys, so now that your face is done and you're shining like new money, you know, you're glowing from every angle, let's not forget about those shoulders and chest areas. If you are wearing like a, you know, a sleeveless shirt, something like the one I have on. So I'm going to show you a little trick like you can do with your loose powder, your loose highlighting powder. So what I'm gonna do is use some oil. It's a body oil. I mean, you can use any type of oil. You can use the baby oil, the baby gel, whatever. Just something oily and that'll make your skin shine. That will, you know, that you can mix with your highlighter. So I'm gonna add just a tad bit like that and dip it into my oil. And I'm just gonna mix that all in until it gets a consistency like this, a little pasty mix. I think I'm gonna add just a little bit more to it because that looks, you know, a little sheer. So I'm gonna add just a little more. Mix that on together. Okay, I like it better because it's a little bit thicker now. And all I'm gonna do is just rub it on my shoulder. So now your body is gonna match your face. So you don't necessarily have to go out and buy, you know, a body oil. The only thing I hate about this is it getting into your hair. But
I think you're gonna have to be gentle. Or you're gonna have to go fast.